Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Psychosin Psychoanalysis right here on YouTube. Today I'm going to be reviewing the latest album, his first in about 10 years, by Norwegian industrial metal nutter, the one and only Mortiis, and his latest album, The Great Deceiver. So, is it worth you buying? Well, let's get into the review. Yes, after about 12 years, Mortiis is back with a new album, which is The Great Deceiver. And this time, with no troll mask, which may delight some, may disappoint others when they go and see him live. But what really matters here is the music, and has the wait been worth the long time it's taken to make this album and for Mortiis to continue. He's still in what he dubs his second era of Mortiis, the more industrial rock, industrial metal style. And honestly, it still really suits him. The writing on this album is a lot more mature than previous albums. However, things kick off with a bang with the excellent The Great Leap. And then you get a few other songs like The Ugly Truth, Into Doppelganger, and Demons Are Back, which is one of the singles. And then, to be honest with you, this is where we start running a few problems. Although Mortiis is trying to spread his musical wings a bit and kind of experiment with the industrial sounds to, I suppose, get away from that constant 9 Inch Nails light tag he kind of, unfortunately and in a way unfairly, ended up getting every now and again from a few publications. He starts experimenting with sound, and that's all good, that's all fine. He does it well, but the problem is there's a couple of songs on here in the middle that kind of aren't quite to the high quality of the rest of the album and slightly drags the middle of the album down a bit, and therefore you might find yourself tuning out just a little bit as opposed to being like battered in the face like the first bit of the album. However, he does then come up to the song Sins of Mine, which really, it's a weird choice that this isn't the last song on the album, because it's a proper Hurt style, sort of 9 Inch Nails style industrial ballad at the end. But instead he chooses to put it 2 songs before the end, which is a weird choice. And this is another really high point for his songwriting. All in all, the whole album is actually pretty damn good, and the last couple of songs he really lets his music breathe instead of sort of getting his vocals all over the songs and everything. On this album, in fact, you can feel real maturity in the songwriting, and really can feel that he wants to spread his wings, get away from that tag, and you can start that a real sort of Mortiis signature sound is continuing to grow out of this. Why it took so long for him to do the album, I do not know. His last album, The Grudge, was absolutely superb. But all in all, I'll give this 4 out of 5. If it weren't for those couple of songs in the middle that maybe just drag on a little bit too long and don't really go anywhere, this would have been a proper 5 out of 5 album. But as it is, as it stands, a 4 out of 5 from me. So there you go, that is what I thought of the latest album by Mortiis, called The Great Deceiver. And on an amusing note, nothing to do with Mortiis or anything, I was about to name this video file for the outro the Mortiis Poutro, which would have been interesting, would have been something like me going in a sort of troll mask or something, but no one needs to see that. Anyway, thank you for watching. Feel free to like, share and subscribe. As always, also feel free to check out my Patreon. The link, as ever, is at the bottom and in the description. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
I turn to face it all.